So Trump admitted that he played down the pandemic back in February of this year. He made a series of phone calls to Bob Woodward. You remember Bob Woodward from Watergate? He's one of the OG reporters from Watergate. And he recorded Trump in multiple phone calls where Trump verbally, openly confesses to playing down the pandemic. And Bob Woodward has only released this to the public now. And there's a lot of controversy there. Because if he would have released it back in February, the question is, how many lives would have been saved? There's no doubt lives would have been saved. But I'm trying to think, what were the reasons why? Why did Bob Woodward hold on to that information for so long? And I think it's pretty obvious that Bob Woodward wanted to present this information, this damning information of negligence on the behalf of the president, Donald Trump, because it's right before an election. If you pay attention to politics, you know that the political cycle is so jam-packed with Trump-inspired abominations that it's so easy to lose track. So if Woodward would have released it in February, there's a good chance when people are in the voting booth in November, they're going to forget about it because, once again, there's so many Trump-induced chaos stories in the news that Trump perpetuates every day. So I see the political strategy. It makes sense. And even it can go a little bit further than that. Like, yes, there's some people who would die in the interim, but how many more people are going to die if Donald Trump gets reelected? So I can also see that. So Woodward probably had a conversation, with himself and his colleagues, saying, people are going to die in the interim, but many more people are going to die within the next 4 years if Donald Trump is reelected. That makes sense. That sounds plausible to me. So, it's a horrible decision to make. But both decisions are horrible. Both decisions entail people dying. So there's no good answer in this equation. It's almost like the lesser of two evils. Bob Woodward said to himself, likely, people are going to die between February and November this year. But if Trump gets reelected, it will be 4 years of pandemic deaths escalating. So it does make sense that the lesser of two evils is to hold on to the tape for political equity purposes and then release it, when it's politically expedient, hence right before an election. So it makes perfect sense. But all in all, wow. That's just the ugliness of politics. Like, you have to make such horrible decisions. And I would just not be the one who would want to be making these types of decisions. But I'm actually agreeable to it. I'm actually agreeable to Woodward holding on to it before the election. So people remember when they walk into the voting booth that you're going to vote for a president. It's going to be fresh in your head. A president who played down the pandemic purposely for political purposes. He did not care about the health of the nation. He did not care about the country. He put himself before he put the country. Which is just, it's scary. So imagining what the next 4 years are going to be if he gets reelected, the death toll will be exponential. It will likely go into the millions. Remember, there is no federal level response in the United States. It's why we have the worst outcomes besides Brazil, Russia, and India, I believe. Wow, coincidentally, all nations have strong men as their leaders. Wow, it's almost like strong men are idiots. Yeah, just a little bit. So this all makes sense. This all makes perfect sense to me. I understand it's a horrible decision. It's just a horrible decision to play this card because it's bad either way. But it is the lesser of two evils to not have a stretch of 4 years of extra death and play in a window of 6 months from February, to November. Ugh. Politics can be just downright disgusting. It's well within your wheelhouse to be disgusted, because it is quite disgusting. Oh, there's some flowers. Maybe this will make everything all right. Hey guys. These should be gone really soon. Yeah, but anyways, I thought I'd throw that out there. Let me know what you guys think about Bob Woodward releasing this at the time he did. Do you believe it was worth it? Do you agree with my assessment? Disagree? Let me know down in the comments.